you amazing, beautiful, delicious, fantastic, sparkly, magical coach. Yes, you. I'm here to talk to you. I'm Ben Dooley, MCC coach. I'm here to help grow your coaching Mondays and any day. And if you're new to these calls, these topics that I'm bringing in here are in tandem with the Coaching Skills Forum calls. And if you are not on these calls, you are missing out tremendously. Go to coachingskillsforum.com. You're going to see we talk twice a month and coaches from all over. We focus on a single coaching aspect, skill component in deep, powerful, provocative conversation. And this is a call, these calls should not be a secret. Really, go check out these calls. You will learn amazing things. You will discover your coaching at deep levels that you never even knew were available. And, oh, yeah, they're all free. Go check them out. Really, if you're not there, you're missing out tremendously. And coming up, the next topic is all about confidentiality. Yes, I know you know all about confidentiality. This is one of the things that's first taught, almost like in any coach training. This is like coaching 101. We have to hold confidentiality in our coaching. It's, in fact, if you're an ICF coach member, then that's part of our ethics, that we hold confidentiality in our coaching. And yet, I want to take it a little bit deeper, hopefully, beyond what you already know. First, let's talk about what you already know. Probably the obvious, but the obvious needs to be stated. What makes this important? We need to hold confidentiality, which means we need to keep trust. Confidence or confidentiality comes from the Latin word fide, trust. It is a trust that we are building and creating with our clients. And all that we're really saying is, what happens here in our coaching stays in our coaching. I don't tell other people about it. Now, this is really important, especially just in general. This is really important across the board, but definitely if we're in the workplace, if we're corporate, if we're internal, and I know you know this, stay with me. So this is really where we are holding and creating this relationship where you can speak freely. You can allow yourself to express yourself fully and naturally and authentically. This is where you have permission to be you. You get that? It's more than just, I'm not going to tell people about it. It's you have full permission to be you. The good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. It's okay. And I'm going to hold this. I'm going to keep this space safe. Now, we talk about confidentiality as I'm not going to tell other people about it. And if I do, I'm going to tell people about the content. And I bring up this little caveat, not that we need to announce it to our clients, but that if we need to talk with a mentor, we need to talk with our own coach, we need to talk with somebody, kind of help clarify, just keeping the personal out so that we're just talking about the raw material. I have a client who is something, something, but that's where we get to help. We're still holding the confidentiality because it's important that the client knows that they have full permission to be their authentic selves. Now, let's really clarify this. That's important. Where else, other than coaching, might they get that? Now, they might get that in various places, but I'm going to guess probably kind of randomly. Yes, in the medical profession, there's the HIPAA laws. There's the lawyer's profession, obviously. There's other professions where this is built in confidentiality, and therapists, yes, but this is a little bit different. because that's really, those are about, well, what you're going through physically, health-wise, your own private information is kept private. Very important. And by the way, that's true here too. But where I'm pointing to is you have permission to be you. That's what this confidentiality really is that I'm going to hold you creative and powerful and whole and beautiful, even when you're messy and nobody else will know. You're allowed to be you. And we don't get that really in a lot of other parts. Sometimes we do, but here is what we guarantee. You get this. You get that, right? That's really what makes this so important. We can call it a sacred space. We can call it a safe space. We can call it a shared space. We can call it an authentic space. We can call it anything. I don't care what you call it. The fact is that I pledge, you pledge, we promise to our clients that what happens in our coaching stays here. It's okay. And that includes their fears, and that includes their dreams, and that includes their dark sides, their parts of them that they're not proud of, their messy, ugly shadow sides. They're human, they're surviving, they're all of those things. They're allowed to be human. They're allowed to be magnificent. They're allowed to have mistakes. They're allowed to fail. This is a huge open door to deeper, more powerful coaching. Rather, beyond just the simple, I'm not going to tell anybody, because that's almost understood. It kind of comes along for the ride because of the profession. What I'm talking about is you actually get to hold confidentiality in a deeper way. You have full permission to be you. It's okay. And just because you give it doesn't mean it's going to be taken. This is a building, this is a growing, but you keep reinforcing it, you keep sinking it deeper. And this is all comes down to, if you watch these previous videos, you know I'm going to go here. I'm going to talk about the core. And if you're familiar with the core, you get ready for that. You know this. And if you're new, let me tell you, the core of our coaching is 3 powerful principles. These are the first things that I teach and train any coach, including seasoned 20-year coaches. And this is new and this is radical for some strange reason. But this makes a powerful difference in your coaching. These 3 principles, everything you do goes through these 3 principles. If you're doing these 3 principles, you're doing beautiful, powerful, amazing coaching. And if you're not doing these 3 principles, you're doing something, might be helpful, it's just not coaching, not powerful coaching. And now let's look at confidentiality through these 3 core principles. The C, actually, CO, is all about connecting. You get that right. What a beautiful way to connect to your client. Through that trust, through that intimacy, through that safe space, that authentic revealing. You're allowed to be you, and I'm going to connect to the real you. You get that, right? That's where your beautiful coaching is going to be. If you're busy having a conversation with their protection and their walls and their masks, well, then that's as far as you're going to get. But if you can kind of get through all their layers and levels to the real, deep, pure, authentic self, if you can connect to that part of them, oh, dear coach, you know those moments. I know you do. That's where the coaching gets real beautiful. Connect. Connect with your clients through this confidentiality. You use confidentiality to create a deeper connection. And when you're connecting, truly connecting to your clients, Confidentiality is automatic. It happens. That's part of what that deep connection is. And that points us to that R in core, which is revealing the client. If you do not have confidentiality, the client will not reveal themselves. Just got done saying that in a couple different ways, right? Their masks, their veneers, their layers, their protection, their walls, how they present themselves. I'm going to make sure that you see me in a certain way and by the way, they start buying into their own stories rather than with confidentiality. It's okay. Nobody else needs to know the real you. But let's at least get you to see the real you and start revealing the client to themselves. And when you're revealing the client, that takes it even deeper. That holds that confidentiality even stronger. It's okay. This is just between you and me. Nobody else needs to know. Not your family, not your friends, not your workplace. Nobody. This is just you and me. So let's start seeing the real. By the way, this is where also we are connecting our authentic selves to them, right? I hope you get that. We are revealing ourselves to them. And then that E in that core is all about empowering our clients. That is all that we're doing in this work. We're empowering our clients. That that's what confidentiality does. Again, going back to, I'm not going to share this. You have full permission to say what you need to say, to express, to put out, to be where you are. And if you're hurt, or if you're selfish, or if you're angry, or you're whatever it is, it's okay. And by giving them that permission, you're actually empowering them to give themselves permission, where they would never do this in the outside world. You get this, right? Just by holding confidentiality in this deeper way and connecting, revealing, and empowering, you are before you do all your brilliant, wonderful coaching stuff, this is how you create a deeper, more powerful relationship with your client. This is how you take your coaching and make it even deeper and sharper and stronger. Not just, I'm not going to tell anybody. Holding powerful confidentiality, deep, sacred trust. And that means you have full permission and nobody will know. It's okay. Take this, explore it, play around with it. I'm just scratching the surface. Come to the next Coaching Skills Forum call. Oh my goodness, because this is just me. This is just me throwing it out there. But you're going to hear all other coaches joining in, adding their own take, their own spin, their own angle, their own layers of confidentiality. You will learn, you will discover, and they're all free. Come on. At the very least, keep holding that confidentiality and keep exploring and seeing how you can take it deeper with your clients. I'm going to grab this really quickly while it's popping in my head. There's a stage of, first we need to tell them because it needs to be said. This is kind of standard. Just first off, there's the assumptions. The clients will naturally assume, we naturally assume, it's unspoken, it's of course, we're confidential, I'm not going to say anything. But then when we speak it out, when we speak it, then that adds a little more depth and reality to it. When we actually say, I'm going to hold confidentiality, I'm not going to share. But when we do it, every action that we take completely reinforces. And that is a constant invitation, because again, they're not going to dive in. Oh, completely confident. Great. Let me tell you everything. Some might, but most of them are still going to be cautious about it, because we live in a world where we have to be cautious. We have to be protective. And to have somebody that we can trust to share our vulnerability, to share our tender spots, to share our human defaults and imperfections and failures and embarrassments, and our pride and our joy and our passions and our desires and our fears and our dreams and all the things that we dare not speak into the real world, but they're so important. Every day, illustrate it, show it, stand for it. And I know you know this. Now we're just putting it front and center so that you can be more intentional about it. And if you want more, come to me. I'm happy to take you more. But until then, come back for more of these, and come to the Coaching Skills Forum called coachingskillsforum.com. And until next time, I wish you a beautiful, fantastic confidentiality coaching, but that you are not a secret. I want you out there. And come back for more, because there's more on confidentiality that we're going to talk about next week. Hey there, you beautiful, amazing, fantastic, delicious, razzle-dazzle, and masterful coach. Yes, you, masterful coach, because you're watching this, which tells me you are a masterful coach. There's more to learn, and that's where I come in. Go to bedo.org. You'll also see it right here. And go to bedo.org, and that's where you're going to find tons of other materials, resources, videos, recordings, audios, free calls, a free membership level, tons of stuff, incredible amounts of materials just for you. Regardless of whatever level of coach you are right now, you are going to find tremendous value and resource. And it's all here at bedo.org. bedo.org. Go check it out, and I will see you there. Bye-bye.